champagne, which is of course much needed at 7:43 a.m. Cheers. It's good.
Good morning YouTube, and a very cold welcome from Heathrow Terminal 3. Today I'll be flying on BA's Club Europe over to Vienna, and this will actually be my first time flying on Club Europe, and I've heard mixed reviews, so I'll be bringing you along and letting you know what I make of it. Let's go. It's probably also worth mentioning this is part of my trip to Thailand, so I'll be flying first to Vienna and then to Abu Dhabi and then to Bangkok. And that's all going to be with Etihad Airways in business class. So I can't wait to bring you guys along. Let's get inside because it's freezing right now. So this time around, I decided to pack super light and I went with 2 carry-on bags. One was my backpack and I've got a small stroller. So all I had to do was head through to security, get my boarding pass flashed, and I was straight through into the temptations of duty free. Well, just like that, we're through security and into duty free. And I guess this is the most quiet I've ever seen Heathrow. So it's not been long I've been here and I've been sold the ombre leather. It's a really nice smell actually. Now I arrived at Heathrow before opening hours for most shops. So when I made my way through the airport, a lot of the popular shops and all the high-end fashion designers were closed, which is not a problem because I wasn't going to shop there anyway. But it did mean that I was able to film in peace, and it was just easier moving through the airport. Heathrow tends to be a very hectic place. With an hour and a half to kill, I know exactly where I'm heading. Let's head to the British Airways Club Lounge, as they are definitely open and we can go check out some food. So I think what I'm going to do is pop into the BA Lounge, have a look and see what the food options are, and then check out the Amex Centurion Lounge. So here is the Qantas First Lounge, which we're obviously not going to. But over here they have a board which shows you all the different lounges, and there we are, Lounge F, the British Airways Lounge. So let's head down here. Oh, it's right on the left. British Airways First and Club Lounge. I believe there's quite a few of these around Heathrow, but let's see what this one holds. Okay, so I've got seated and I've grabbed myself a coffee, and I don't think I've mentioned the time, so it's currently 5:15 in the morning and I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. to get to Heathrow. Now I'm in Terminal 3 and there's only one lounge, and I got that confused. So the last time I flew to Dubai with Club World, I flew from Terminal 5 and I think there was more than one BA lounge. So yeah, in Terminal 3 there's only one lounge, but it's a really small one, lots of seating and a pretty good food selection. So I'll show you guys around. I'll be so surprised if BA haven't won an award for having the nicest alcohol presentation in all the lounges in Heathrow. And trust me when I say this, you will not feel out of place pouring yourself a glass, as I saw plenty of people doing that at 5:30 in the morning. Just saying. But this is a judgment-free zone. The lounge serves its purpose of, I guess catering for everybody. And it does have a very strong corporate-y feel to it, unlike, the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse Suite, which is meant to be a bit more fun. But, I overheard enough conversations about private equity that I've probably got enough knowledge to run my own firm now. But yeah, as you can see, the breakfast options, really nice. You've got your full English, you've got your yogurts, you've got your bread. It's the standard, really. The hash browns weren't that great in the BA lounge, but there was lots of food options. It was nice and quiet and lots of seating. But we're just heading up to the Centurion lounge. Okay, so we just made it to the American Express Centurion Lounge, and I have to say, it's really nice inside. I love the wooden theme across the lounge.
So today's flight was meant to take off at 6:55, but we ended up taking off around 7:15, which for BA's track record isn't too bad. And surprisingly, the boarding process was a lot smoother than the last few times I've flown with BA, where boarding just turns into boarding hell. But as you can see, first impressions of my seat 5F, I guess it's just your standard economy seat with the middle seat blocked out, trying to make the best of time whilst I wait for boarding to complete. I had a flick through the magazine, which again wasn't really attractive for me to buy anything. I mean, I wasn't paying £5.50 for a bacon roll, especially considering I just came out the lounge. But with around 10 minutes of taxiing, I was able to just gaze out the window and have a look at all the other airlines on the runway, and I basically saw all of them, which was really cool to see. And there's just something about flying in the morning, you know, that is so adrenaline pumping. But having said that, prepare for takeoff. With the curtains back around 20 minutes into the flight, the lovely BA flight attendants made the offering of breakfast, which I of course couldn't say no to despite coming out of the lounge, and I did try to force it down. But for me, it was the champagne that drew me in. You know, it was unlimited champagne, so yeah, let's just say I had more than 2 glasses.
Cheers.
So for this flight, I paid 13,000 Avios and something like £30 in taxes, which wasn't too bad considering the one-way fare was around £250, which I definitely wasn't paying. I mean, for that price, you could just fly with Ryanair for £70 and save yourself a whole load of money. But what you get with British Airways is, you know, I guess a more pleasant experience. You've got the padded seats, you've got the middle aisle blocked out, and you have breakfast served on board, you have access to the lounge, and I think you just get happier people helping you. You know, BA staff tend to get criticized quite a lot, but in my experience, recent experience, I've had a really positive experience with the staff. And that wraps up my British Airways Club Europe experience, or short haul business class. I thought it went great and I was expecting it to be a lot more hectic, but I guess I flew at 7 o'clock in the morning, so it wasn't that busy. But guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you all in the next video, which will be very soon because I'm only staying in Vienna for one night and then I'm off to Thailand. So make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.